Hello, Driving Intelligence community. This is another quick video for all of you 10th Gen F-150 owners out there. I happened to be at the junkyard and I picked up a really cool project, and this is super easy as long as your vehicle is pre-wired. Now, my 10th Gen F-150 to 2002 XLT model came with a lot of pre-wiring that was ready for all the options. If you wanted to put a rear window slider on it, if you wanted to put power brake pedals, power brake and gas pedals. In this case, this is for auto on and off headlights. Now I got myself the control module because my light burned out and I wanted to see if I could get one that would work. But there is one other thing that you need, and there's one thing you got to check. Stay tuned. I've heard some people call this the surfboard, but this panel right here covers a connection if your vehicle is pre-wired for it for automatic headlights. Now all you got to do is pop that up. It's not screwed in. I got myself another one, already painted it to match my interior. That little grill there is for the automatic headlights, and then that is for the electronic temperature control in the vehicle, which I do not have. But I do have the connection underneath that panel to connect this all together. Easy to pull up. Looking down inside here is the connector that's already set up to be pulled off and plugged into that automatic headlight function. The navigator unit is a lot more rigid than the F-150 unit, which is very flimsy. This even comes with some tray areas so you can store things or put sunglasses on there. I wouldn't do that. I've already got the sensor for the headlights, the automatic sensor on there. I just need to put the automatic sensor for the HVAC system, which I'm not going to use, and I can reinstall. And there we are. It's installed. As I said, it's a little thicker, so it sticks up a little bit over the original, but that's fine with me. And the next thing to do is get the headlight switch installed. This is where the plug and play really shines. If your vehicle was pre-wired for automatic headlights, as mine was, given you've got that connector under the surfboard, then it's just simply a plug and play with the existing wiring harness. There are no new connections underneath here. To get this switch out, there's a little slot here you'll put a screwdriver in. Make sure you get it in deep enough, because if you don't, you'll pop off the covering of the switch and not the entire switch, and that will cause some damage. So what I like to do is put a little towel over the screwdriver, push it in there, pull it out so you don't scratch anything up. It should snap right out. Now with the switch out, you just pinch these connectors, pull them out, and transfer them over to your new switch. Now here's a reminder of a video that I did, the shorts, that shows how the internals of these switches are all identical. It's just this faceplate that is different for each one for different functions that you bought with your vehicle. Hello, Ford vehicle owners. Here's a couple facts about the headlight switch on some vehicles. At least it's true on this 10th generation F-150. First, to get that knob off, you want to turn it all the way to the right, and then that allows you to pull it back one notch. When you pull it back one notch, it gives you access to that little hole. You stick a little screwdriver in there, depress a tab, the knob comes right off. Next, it appears Ford had the internals of these switches identical for all different model types. This is the dimmer for your dash lights. This is the headlight switch itself. Those seem to be the same on all models with all options. Now, if you had the vehicle with or without the automatic headlamps, everything was the same except for this cover. The only difference was this little ramp system. This extra ramp control here was for the fog lights, and you have a limit on how far you can turn the switch. This one allows a switch to go further for the automatic headlights. That little ramp right there would be further in this direction if the vehicle did not have that option. And now with installation of the switch, to turn on the automatic headlight function, I've got to turn the knob backwards to this little indication here with the A, and everything comes on automatically. You got to have the key on with you can do the engine off or engine on. Now, the one caveat to this is that your fog lights cannot be used when you have it in the automatic headlight function. It will not pull out to turn on the fog lights. To do that, you just need to go back to your manual switch. Hope you enjoyed that. If you did, please give me that thumbs up, and I'll see you next time on Driving Intelligence.